Today we're going to talk about appraisals. I've got 6 things that you need to know as an agent about appraisals. What's going on, everybody? Kyle Powers here with the Elevated Realtors here at eXp Realty. I do appreciate you guys checking out the channel. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. First thing on our list is going to be the purpose of an appraisal. I know when I first started, it was kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, whatever. I know how to run numbers. I know what this looks like, blah, 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 blah. You still need to do those. But again, unfortunately, there's been some bad eggs out there that when the reason that appraisers started is that you kind of get into that fact of the purpose of they need to be a third party, unbiased party that doesn't have any connection to the sale itself. Now, the problem, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but sometimes appraisers get access to the contracts, which sometimes I think skews it, which is good and bad, but you want to have that third party that's unbiased to the transactions. That way you have a true valuation of what this home really is worth. Whether it's high or whether it's low, you'll have to deal with that, but that's the purpose of an appraisal. Second thing on our list is going to be the types of strategies that an appraiser uses. Well, as a real estate agent, I know for me, what I do is I go through and I run numbers looking at cost per square foot. And then I also look at numbers as far as looking at those as far as income potential. So appraisers are very similar. They're gonna look at your total finished square footage. Upstairs is gonna have a higher value on that one versus your downstairs, but then they're also gonna look at the finished square footage of the basement. So you have that opportunity to finish out things and finish out spaces in your house that will definitely help with your sellers when they go to actually finish their property and sell it. So, but they're going to use the cost per square foot. They're going to use the level of finishes that you're looking at. Then you utilize income capitalization rates, which is where you hear the cap rates all the time. So if your house is bringing in $2,000 a month on rental income for duplexes or triplexes or whatever it is, they're going to use that and think, okay, that based on those numbers, based on the completion of the house and based on this, it's worth X amount. Because there's different ways to do it, right? You can do desktop appraisals where they look literally at, this is how much money we're bringing in. So having those there, having an understanding what that looks like is going to be important for you. Third thing is very similar to what I just talked about, but the factors that deal with the appraisal valuation. So appraisers are going to look at price per square foot, but they're going to look at the finishes. You know, is it Formica countertop versus a granite countertop or a quartz? Is it hardwood floors versus ratty old carpet? Is it fresh coat of paint versus the out-of-date paint? You know, they're going to look at windows updated. They're going to look at all of those things in culmination to really come up with a final number whenever they're looking at that. But the level of finishes really is probably the highest thing that affects you. Then you've got the location, then you've got the size of yard, and you've got a lot of extras on there as well. But you need to, you obviously can't move the house. That's why people talk about location, location, location. But that's going to be a big one. But then you're also going to look at the level of finishes. We have a little bit more to go through, but again, I do want to say thank you very much for checking out our videos. If you do enjoy this content, go ahead and subscribe, go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content, and give us that like because it does help us grow the channel. Fourth thing on our list is going to be, why do you get an appraisal? Well, here's why. So you've got the loan origination, you've got tax assessments, you've got valuation for anything along those lines that you really need to look at. Again, there's a high need for these because you and I as real estate agents, we don't necessarily need to be the ones out there doing that work. So paying attention to that is going to be one thing for us to know why they're getting those. That way you can explain it to your clients, whether it's buyers and sellers, and kind of make sure that you have that knowledge. Fifth thing on our list is going to be the report itself. So this could be a 40-page document, just kind of summarizing everything on that document. Why is that important to you as an agent? One, again, you need to be knowledgeable of what this is and what it's being used for. They're going to have 3 or 4 comps versus your particular property on solds, actives, and they're going to look at all that kind of stuff and have a true valuation. And then towards the end of it, you're going to have a number, whether it's 230 or 215 or whatever that looks like, of having that. So the appraisal report is going to be very important for you to be able to utilize for insurance, taxes, loan origination, whatever that is, so that you have that true valuation. Sixth thing on our list, and our final one, is going to be the qualifications of an appraiser. Very much like ourselves for real estate agents, an appraiser has to go out, get licensed. They have to have continuing education. They have to have all that stuff to make sure that their certifications are still up to date and make sure that all of that's taken care of. But having those licenses and having those governing bodies is going to be very important, that the appraisers that you use, whether it's the bank or whether it's you, have those qualifications and they're able to work intelligently with that. As always, I do appreciate you guys checking out these videos. If you do enjoy this content or if you'd like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content, and give us that like because it does help us grow the channel. And if you have any questions or anything along that, go ahead and put in the comments below anything that you're curious about, any new videos that you'd like us to record or anything along those lines. So as always, I do appreciate you guys checking out. If you have questions about being a buyer's agent, being a listing agent, being anything in the real estate industry in general, please reach out to me. My number is 785-477-5485. My email is kyle@homesforsalemhk.com. And if you do have questions about partnering with myself in eXp Realty or anything like that, please reach out to me as well. I would love to give you an idea of what that looks like with the trainings that we provide, with the opportunities that we have and everything along those lines. So I hope you guys enjoy this stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.